Hey there folks, I'm John Nash with Ukulele Inspired. If you're new to the channel, we're making videos that help get you further with ukulele, so be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. In today's Insight video, we're going over a technique that's foundational to solo playing, the focused roll. So what is a focused roll? A focused roll is a roll that targets either the A string, the E string, or the C string to highlight a melody note inside of a chord. Now, how does this help us, you might ask? Well, our ears are drawn to the edges of the sounds we hear. So think the lowest note, the highest note, the first note, and in relation to this technique, the last note. When we roll through a chord with our thumb and we target one of those strings, the last note that we hear in the chord gets highlighted. Let's start by holding an F chord, try rolling through the chord like you normally would. See if we can hear that last note, open A, when you play it. Now let's start with our thumb on the G string and roll through the E, and use the A string as a break. Try and let the full weight and mass of your hand come to rest on that A string. You want to see it flex under your thumb as it comes to rest. Now, do you notice how a different note is prominent? Can you hear this note? F. First fret on the E string. We're still playing the same harmony, but now we spotlight a different note within it. What happens when we roll through the C string and come to rest on the E string as the break? Can you hear the C note? The fifth of the chord becoming the star of the show. Let's try one more thing. Let's imagine if the melody note I wanted to play was the third fret on the A string. With our left hand, let's play that same F chord, and now we can add the third fret, focus roll to the A, and we hear a totally different melody note with the same harmony. Now that we understand that concept, let's see if we can expand into a simple exercise to help us sharpen our technique. We're going to be combining an F chord with a simple melody, the first 5 notes of an F major scale. Let's start with the note F, first fret on the E string. Let's add the third fret to find the second note in our melody, third fret on the E string. I'm using my pinky here, that's going to be helpful in our exercise. Let's move to the open A string for our next note. And then let's move to the first fret for our fourth note. And for our last note, we'll be playing the third fret on the A string. You can play it 4 notes each and then 2, 1 to 3 to open A, to first fret, and then to third fret. Once those notes are starting to feel comfortable, you can add the F chord here and then do a focused roll to the E string. See how I'm rolling there, landing on the A string, and I'm highlighting that first fret on the E string. Let's go 4 notes. Rolling to the E string. Now we're going to add our pinky to the third fret and keep rolling to that E string. Focused. Good. Now we're going to take our pinky away and we're going to roll to the open A string. Now here's where it gets a little tricky. We're going to have to take our pointer finger and we're going to have to bar to catch that first fret on the A string. So now we've got 2, 0, 1, and 1 held down. There, it's our F chord combined with the first fret on the A string, and for our last one, we're going to lift that bar and put our pinky down. Same thing, you can go 4 times each to 2 times, roll to 1, then roll to 3 on the E string, lift that pinky, roll to A. Here's the tricky part, barring the first fret, and then pinky down for the third fret. Once that feels good, you can do 1 each. Roll to 1, roll to 3, roll to open A, roll to first fret, A string, and roll to third fret. There you have it, a focused roll to help highlight those melody notes. It's a really valuable tool in your arsenal if you're looking to improve your solo playing. Right now we're working on a 4-part solo series for the tune Silent Night. You can check out the first video up above. You can also follow the link in the description below to grab your free copy of the arrangement, or you can also join the full course if you want to go a little bit deeper. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you in the next one.